Nigeria's Finance Minister and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, is at the Senate to defend the federal government's proposed expenditure for 2025. It's a whopping 49.7 trillion naira. But first, the minister provides explanation to lawmakers about the federal government's continued borrowings, despite the government's revenue books looking good.
FIRS have also given us an indicator that there will be more revenue. But yet, we are going for NNBC too, but yet we are going for more borrowing. So will that make our economy grow?
And I recommended the rejigging of all the revenue generating agencies, and gladly and thankfully they have surpassed their target. The question is, why do we still borrow? So I'm reinforcing the same questions raised by Senator Alero.
Edu reminds the lawmakers that the borrowings are based on previous parliamentary appropriations and their approvals. He says the borrowing is necessary to fund the budget deficit, facilitate productivity, and cater for the poorest of the poor.
The revenue effort has been good, but we still need to do better. And in the meantime, we still need to borrow productively, effectively, and sustainably, all in an aim to invest in the Nigerian economy, not just infrastructure, but also social services, health services, education, and intervention in terms of a social safety net to help the poorest and most vulnerable.
In separate presentations, key revenue-generating agencies, especially the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Customs, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, confirmed that their revenues are looking good and that they have all surpassed their budget targets for 2024.
Our target for 2024 was 5.09 trillion, 5 trillion and some few millions. As at the middle of November, sometimes last week, we have reached this target
by at least 1 trillion naira. Our target, our budget was 12.3 trillion, but we'll meet 13.1 trillion by the end of this year. And so we'll exceed our target.
The target we were given based on last year is 19.4 trillion, and which is a little bit above 57% compared to the previous year. So reviewing the last 10 months, we've exceeded that performance by roughly 15%.
President Bola Tinubu had last week requested a fresh borrowing of $2.2 billion, approximately 1.767 trillion naira, from the National Assembly. The lawmakers, in barely 48 hours, expeditiously granted approval to Tinubu's request. Meanwhile, the 2024 budget is expected to expire in less than 1 month from now. Omo Bazwai, Arise News.